It's all good. It's on tap. It wasn't. I knew they were gonna say it was me rugging, bro. I knew.
Yeah.
Okay, test,
Can
test,
they hear
test,
us
test,
now?
test. Yes, I
Hello?
think. Yeah. Sorry, guys.
All right.
Oh my goodness. Listen, it was not my rug. I will claim right now.
Yeah.
No, not me. Okay? You guys
Listen,
can hear us? Yeah? Yeah?
Gila. The rug is not about whether you're doing it or not. When
It's
you're in
just
the when we're in the presence of you, there's rugging. All right.
I'm just engineering years and years worth of backstory for the wholesale of a rug product, an actual rug that you can have in your home. You know, it's all part of the plan. Listen, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever it is for you. Let's actually start the show this time. We did all this, but I'm gonna just reload the track because we're here. You can hear us. I'm excited for this one today, lads, because we're talking about combat in Ronin Realms. Of course, I'm here with my boy 1437, the biggest brain that you've ever fucking seen, and of course the Ronin Realms team. So, how we doing, lads? Are we okay?
Doing great.
We're doing great.
Awesome.
Yeah, I mean, we had a big intro earlier. I would feel very, how do you say, unauthentic if I did the same
You
thing
said
again.
the same words, yeah.
So I'm not gonna do it, guys. You know, I'm gonna blame Berlin for this one. All right, and I'm
I
just
really
gonna
thought I
pass
was
it
gonna
right to
hear
him.
Gila.
Let's just ask him. You know, how's it been going? How's the team been doing? You know, these dev update streams, they're absolutely amazing. What I did say earlier, guys, was that we got a sneak peek. I'm super excited for this one. You guys are gonna be amazed by what you're gonna be seeing. But yeah, Berlin, tell us, man, how you been? How's the team been?
Yeah, so last time we talked was when we showed the blockchain plugin and how that worked with within Ronin Realms, and
Yeah, refresh their memories, man. We can make transactions inside the game, interacting with the wallet, which is fucking amazing.
yeah, and yeah, we've been working on combat since then. Also, we launched our own validator node, so we've been busy with that as well. And
Congratulations, claps in the chat.
thank you. And yeah, excited to show what we have for combat. Obviously, everything that we show is like preliminary. Like if you look at the VFX, sound effects, you know, make sure to know that we're always going to be improving it and working on it. And we're looking for feedback on mechanics and how you think it will feel when you actually play the game by yourself. Yeah, so just enjoy the stream.
Yeah, I just want to say, like, look, take in the surroundings, the lightning, you know, all these different elements. We're starting to hear some sound elements. So even though this is a combat focus update, you guys are seeing a little bit more of the experience. And one thing I have noticed here is I'm loving the fact that this HUD is coming together, more components there. And of course, we just will say this at the start of the stream that nothing is absolutely final. This is a progressive development process that's happening in Ronin Realms, and yeah, today we bring to you guys some combat. But here's a premise. If this is your first time seeing the stream or hearing of Ronin Realms, a community team that came out of the Ronin community itself got together and started developing a game that was well needed in the Ronin ecosystem, an action MMORPG. And this one integrates a lot of our assets across the Ronin ecosystem. We've already done a few dev streams like we said before, but today we're focusing on combat. So let's jump right into this one. I think one of the most important things when we talk about combat, of course, is, you know, all these different play styles. And even when we did the character customization, we saw, you know, different style of horns, different style of snouts and mouths, and like all these things, eyes even, they can kind of contribute towards the character that you actually have. But then the combat itself is going to contribute as well. So what can we actually expect from combat in Ronin Realms? What type of combat are we going to be seeing?
Yeah, so initially we were very inspired by World of Warcraft, which is a complete tap targeting combat system. So you tap your target and almost any ability, it happens or it doesn't happen, right? It might get blocked with a small chance, but it's not like you have to like miss your target or like hit your target exactly in order to get the ability and the damage in. So we started developing that way, And now getting closer to the stream, of course, we finished more abilities, and as we finished them, we moved further and further into a little bit more action combat. So you actually have to hit like the enemy, and it just feels a little bit more immersive. And I would say it is a hybrid approach that we're taking of tap targeting and also a little bit of action combat. So
Awesome.
yeah.
Yeah, I think we spoke as well on a call that we had earlier, and all these different games that you're taking inspiration from. Of course, there's so many different styles of combat you can take into account. I remember speaking about my playthrough right now of Black Myth Wukong, and how there is this like assigned targeting system that almost drags all of your attacks towards that target, but an extra added element of skill comes from the fact that you can't lock in specifically, and that's the only way that you are kind of casting skills. You're just spamming your skills and locking in on targets. So it's interesting to see this take, and as you said, a hybrid. So it's going to be some skill elements for sure. Theban, what are you thinking about skill elements, man? I know your brain's ticking.
Bro, forget the skill elements first. Let me just admire the animations. Like, look at this. It looks beautiful. Just like the motion, the background, the scenery. Like, you were talking about the music earlier. I'm just like in awe. I always like to soak in like the environment, right, of the game, because that's so important to me. If I'm gonna exist in a game, I'm gonna play for hours on end. Like, I need to truly be okay with my surroundings,
Bro,
and I don't mean that in like
game. It's not even clunky. Like look how it's smooth. Is that an enemy up there as well, by the way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is,
all right. What are you gonna do? He's scheming. I can tell he's scheming right now.
Yeah.
All right, what's going on? Show us first. Why don't you show us first?
So this is the Senshi, right? So basically like a warrior. So it's a melee combat class, and it is always important to have a gap closer. So if there's like a mage up there or a hunter or something shooting at you, you will have like a way to basically close the gap, right? So this is like our charge, pretty much what you see in a lot of other games too. So
We just teleported.
Yeah, and then how it works, like you have rage, and just so you know, like if you look at our resource bar right now, we're just gonna have like we can use all the abilities at all the time, but the base concept is that you generate rage and then you use other abilities to use the rage, right? So the rage using abilities obviously are a little bit stronger, but you have to build up for them. So the way you build up is like with slash, which again is action combat. So again, in World of Warcraft, for instance, you wouldn't be able to hit or like to even use the ability if you're further away, right? But in our case, you can, like right now I can't show it, but I'll show you in a little bit. So you have to actually hit the target. So if like I do this, like I'm not gonna do damage, right? So that's like the action combat element of it. And
there's a cooldown on all of the abilities when you use one anyway, right? So you can't spam loads one after the other.
Yeah.
I mean, the cooldown is not long at all. Does that change based on the ability used?
Yeah, so we have
animation.
We have a global cooldown. The global cooldown is pretty much for all abilities when you hit one, right? There will be like global cooldown abilities as well, but. And then you have an additional cooldown for the actual ability, right? So the charge earlier has a cooldown too. Again, we reduce the cooldowns like crazy just so we can just use them up, right? But yeah, that's the general thought of it. So
yeah, I have a few questions of things that change after killing an enemy here. On the HUD, you can see in the top, like upper left, where your character box is, where it says Berlin. You've lost half of the health because you were standing in front of the tree getting slapped a little bit, but there's also a bar underneath that has built up since you were slashing. Is that the rage bar, or is it the purple one down at the bottom? Like, what are the two different bars and what we're looking at?
It's the orange bar is the rage bar, and again, like it's just gonna go up. It's gonna stay there right now. Like, we just for the stream, we just want to show whenever we want to show something. But yeah, technically now this would go down over time when you're not in combat, and then it also goes up when you get hit, and also on. Yeah, so the rage is like the most important part. That's how you do a lot of damage.
Okay.
And the purple is the experience bar, Gila. You're not paying attention.
Okay. Thank you,
My God.
Master.
That's correct. That's correct.
Right. That's the. But the guy, the Groot-looking guy, right? Can we see some more battle? Because that was awesome. But I want to see something nice and clean. Like, show us, like, what are you expecting from this battle system? I know you want to make it like World of Warcraft-esque. Like, do you want it something that's like very active, where like you're gonna have to constantly be casting spells nonstop, or something that's a little bit more like calculative and like, I don't know, efficiency matters, like how are resources gonna be in this game, things like that. Like, for example, there are games where generating mana is not that easy,
Yeah.
you know? And there are games where like you just have infinite mana all the time, and you can just do whatever you want, however you want it, and so on.
Yeah. So I think there's like, I would say 3 aspects to it. Is what you already mentioned, is the resource management, which is super important for all classes, so you like do damage or heal most efficiently. The second one would be spatial awareness, making sure that you're standing out of certain effects or avoiding certain damages. So some abilities will have like a little bit of a time to build up. So I can show you like one ability, like this one. You kind of have like time to dodge it, right? So like if this is like a player on the other end, then you'd be able to like see that and dodge it, right? Because like you have to hit that. And then the other portion is just like the strategic element that you also mentioned, right? You need to know your abilities, and you need to know like when to use them best. So there's gonna be like this crowd control aspect of it as well, where you can stun an enemy, where you can you know, depending on like what type of enemy there are, and that is also like part of the combat. So in a PvP setting, for instance, you know, there's a healer, maybe you want to stun that healer, you know, and that healer might be able to get out of the stun, but or maybe you go straight for the healer anyway.
Oh well, this is nice. Well, let's go through some of these abilities here, because you've clearly got a lineup of different abilities, 6 in total, and you as an individual, as a player, you get to select those abilities to your liking. Is there types of skill trees? Like, are we powering them up? Are they advancing the skills? Well, how does the skill system work? But first of all, I guess show us some of those skills, bro.
Yeah, so again, we have the charge, then we have the slash, we have a roar. So it basically, we can go in
I like that one.
many directions. And again, I'm just pressing it over and over again, right? Just to, again, now we're at 100 rage, we're just going to stay for the whole stream at 100 rage. But yeah, the roar is to basically buff yourself, do damage to others, or support your teammates. So I'm saying so many options is because the abilities that we have, the class specific ones, which are the 6 ones, and I will talk about the other ones later. But just keep in mind we have a total of 12 abilities you can use. 6 are class specific, though, so that's what we're showing right now. Each of the class specific abilities you're going to be able to augment. So when you have the charge, for instance, right, you can augment each ability, so you can augment the charge into one direction. So basically what we have, and I can show this here on the bottom left, is we have the blood build, an advanced build, a devastation build, which is kind of AoE focused, and a guardian build. So it's more like defensive, right? So if you have your original ability, if you go to the top left always, then you will always be like on the advanced side, so you advance that ability. If you go into the top right side, then you go into the blood, and so on. So as you go through each of your base abilities, which you can see here, right, you have like all these different specs into them.
Okay.
And
just to clarify, devastation, of course, is like an AoE, like an area of effect damage or larger scale damage in terms of the area it covers. Guardian's like a defensive approach. What are advanced and blood?
Yeah, so advanced is like we are more solo target focused and towards crowd control. So for instance, the normal charge that you have just charges and does damage, and if we spec into the advanced charge, it inflicts damage to an enemy and applies a stun, right? So I can
Nice.
unlock that here. So we have like power runes here.
I like the amount
Nice.
of currency that you have right now.
Yeah, that's very important, you know.
So just like most of these games where, you're usually, when you're playing PvE, you're playing with others, PvP, same thing. You like maybe you're playing with someone, or you want to optimize to what your team needs, but also optimize to what you like to play, essentially, right?
Yep.
So how many like skills or abilities can we expect like from like one character?
Yeah, so one
You say
class.
12, isn't it?
Yeah, so for the 6 class abilities, that times 5, right? So you can have your standard one, which you probably don't want to stay in, and then 6 times 4, so like 24 abilities, right? That you can choose from in your 6 abilities. Doesn't make sense. I don't want to make it too complicated, but I mean, out of these you can like adjust them, right? Basically, but you can't like pick all of them.
Yeah. Wow.
So, I mean, I can show you guys. So, like, right now you saw the charge before. I can unlock this one, not 420 anymore. And then we have down here, you see now I have the advanced charge, right? So, if I go to, let's see, is there like
We're gonna find ourselves some prey.
Bro, I literally feel like
prey.
I'm playing World of Warcraft right now.
So up here, so you see this one. So he's gonna get stunned right now. So
And when
see
you
that?
tapped on him there, his health bar went white, which is to identify the targeting is happening
Yeah,
right
exactly,
on
yeah.
that.
Just
Yeah,
kill him
okay,
real
that
quick.
is so cool. So I guess like you also have that lever of like being able to add more abilities as time goes on too, if ever you want to, right? Like you don't have to stick within the 6 abilities that you got. Like,
Exactly.
Right now.
Yeah. So once you
Nice.
augment into something, it will basically stay available for you. So you see the different augment levels too, right? So like right now this is level 1. I can like power this up and like add additional damage to it, and you can see the price going up for the power up, right? So
So this is
So,
gonna
like,
do
this would
can
be
do
the
a lot.
max.
Yeah.
yeah. When I like now go into, let's say, like the AoE build, right? Then this will stay available and it won't go away. So like you
So
said,
you can just toggle between. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
yeah, exactly.
So you could even like in the middle of a battle situational change the style of the skill.
In the middle of the battle, we will probably not allow that.
Okay, yeah.
I think
Like
it's-
so there'll be like an initiation, like a battle phase, and then a calm phase. I don't know what else to call it, where you're not like engaged in battle.
yeah, yeah, exactly. So you need to be like out of combat basically, and then you can do these things. Yeah. So this is here. I mean, we don't have like 2 enemies right now, but like this is an AoE on impact or anything on the way too. So like.
Ooh,
Gosh, that stepped up a lot.
that's super cool.
Yeah, and like don't look like at the numbers right now, right? This is just a showcase to
Yeah.
do this. What I haven't shown. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, you gotta let me, like, there's gotta be a map, okay, where I can just go and I can just aggro all the units, right? Make them all follow me around the map. I want to stack up like 100 of them and do that dash into them,
Yeah.
you know? And just like AOE, like, you know how satisfying that is? Like, I always love games where they let you do something like that because it just feels so nice, like, and you just keep doing it over and over again.
Yeah,
As
As
maybe
long as, it feels good.
maybe there are a lot of enemies all of a sudden somewhere. Oh man, how lucky are we?
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Okay.
there it is.
Look, it's on the way too.
Oh, it really does the AoE. Oh,
Yeah.
my
Yeah. Oh my god.
Okay.
They're not coming to you. You gotta aggro them together.
It's just for the stream,
Get-
so we don't have like we
Yeah.
don't die right away. Like
Right,
they're a little
right.
bit less.
Oh, there they are. There they are.
Yeah.
You gotta do like this is old throwback to COD Zombies, just a little hoarding session before you turn around and
I'm-
shoot all the heads.
I'm
yeah.
trying to get these in line so I can like target this guy over there. Let me
Oh, you're bleeding. They put a bleed on
yeah,
you.
they put 2 bleeds on me.
Oh boy.
Nice.
Oh, that's so cool.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
this is what I'm talking about.
Okay. The fact that the animation changed as well is pretty fucking cool. So I'm glad to see that that's already like been initiated. And again, like we're saying, these aren't final forms or the final build at all. Like this is in development. So, but it's cool to see
Yeah.
that you guys have got to this point already.
Gila, are you thinking what I'm thinking right now?
Well, I'm thinking we need to jump in and go head to head. That's what
Bro, that's exactly what I'm thinking. That's
Yeah.
exactly what I was thinking. I'm like, yo,
Sorry.
Berlin, you're gonna have to let me cook Gila next.
Next stream, if we can get a build where we have a little versus,
Yeah,
a little,
yeah. Let me go fight Gila.
Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah,
Get the guy
maybe,
out.
maybe next stream we can make that happen. We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
Don't want to promise anything.
We'll fight for the to who will become the Lord of the House of Void,
Yeah. Perfect.
right? Who will become the Lord?
Yep.
Well, listen, I'm loving what we're seeing right now. Of course, we've only seen one form of enemies. There's going to be lots of different type of enemies as well, and then later on in the development process, we'll see some PvP approaches. I wondered if do you want to showcase any of the other sides of the skill tree, the different augmentations of the skills themselves, just to give everyone the visuals as well.
Yeah, mostly I would like to show just the charge, because it's kind of like the entrance into the battle, and this
Yeah.
one is like the bleeding charge. So similar to the AOE, like on the trail of going somewhere, you apply radial damage. For
Okay.
bleed, you will also apply a bleed to other enemies. So, but like this one is one right now. So you
Wow.
have like
Yeah, the
a bleed.
animations, bro. You know that's the blood version. Okay,
Yeah.
we've seen it.
And you see the blood effect there. Well, so a tree doesn't bleed, so we just applied sap there, like yellow, brownish blood.
Yeah.
Technically, Groot is
The
dead.
attention to detail, lads and ladies. Let's go.
It's amazing how like last month we were just like walking around the city and like we just
Uh-huh.
have the wallet and that's what we're showing, and now we got like almost a full blown like
Experience,
battle.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
what combat system, like this is amazing. You guys are just working at lightning speed, and I hope soon we'll all be able to jump into the real world and
Yeah.
try it out ourselves.
I have
Yeah.
a few questions from it as well, because like now obviously you guys are building the combat system. Obviously you've had to do a lot of like market research in terms of what other games interact like, and then building your own system. But also in my head now I'm thinking like how much of this game is going to be in this instance, like we're fighting enemies out in the wild, and how much of this game is going to be a different style of enemies, maybe boss battles, and then PvP as well.
Yeah, so it's actually a really good question, because I don't want the expectations to be that we have this huge open world that you can just explore and be like have all these different aspects of it in every single corner of the world. So
Yeah.
what we do have is Hiroba. Hiroba we've shown, we will continue to show the progress on it, which is the main hub, like a big city. It's actually a pretty big city, right? Like compared to some
it is.
other...
If you check out some of the old streams, you can see us walking through the whole of Hiroba. It's massive, so
Yeah.
definitely do that if you haven't already after.
So remember, right? Like we're a small team, so we wanna and actually we already decreased scope because of it, right? Because we're a small team and we want to make sure what we do is good, but also we want to make sure to take our time to really get the quality in. So in terms of other worlds, there will be something like this. Will be an instance, right? So you're gonna say like, hey, we're gonna have like a PvP battle right now. Let's have it in this map. Or like there's like a boss fight in a certain dungeon, right? So it's more like instance and more manageable for our team to actually develop.
Yes.
And we can also start small with it, right? So we can say like, hey, this is this like boss battle, or like this is this first PvP arena, and we can kind of like go from there and like take feedback and then apply it to others. Versus like making this whole big world, putting all the hours in, and then it's not good. It's hard to like be dynamic with that.
And there's a lot to manage, right? If everything's running at the same time,
Yeah.
huge world. Yeah,
Yeah.
it makes sense. I think, even in Hiroba, like having some kind of lore side of, I think you guys have already spoken about it once or twice, but like having like a form of like Colosseum where the fighters can challenge each other, PvP style, within the city of Hiroba, like creating that instance of like just a circular arena. That's maybe where me and Theban need to link up and fight to the death.
Yeah.
Yeah, make sure you bring the crown of the voids, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, so you want to take that crown? Come on, my Void people out there. Let me know what your faction is, because the Void faction is going to take over when the game comes. I'm telling you now. But talking about different factions, of course, you mentioned how these skills are actually aligned with the character that you're playing right now. I mean, let's expand on the conversation of like types, right, within combat. Is there any sort of system with like effectiveness, multipliers, those types of things, and then how much do the skills and of different types differ from like the things that we're seeing right now, or do they just like, would the same skill, the charge, for example, on a void, be like just the void type, but it does the exact same as a different type of a Kojin?
Yeah, so the base skills will stay the same no matter who you are, but we do want to get kind of identity in, not just by only who you pick as a Kojin or like as your race basically, but also who you are in the Ronin ecosystem. So what that means is that let's say you own Genkai, right? We will have a Genkai specific ability that if you own a Genkai, you can use that ability.
Oh, that's fucking
so
dope.
that's why we wanted to go 50-50, right?
Nice.
50% is your class identity, which is here, and then the other 50% is like your own identity. So that's out of like Kojin, like what Kojin do you own? What's your progress inside the game? You can unlock it through professions or whatever you like. If you like more PvP, then maybe you get a specific ability for that. And then like the Ronin ecosystem ability. So as basically there's no like set number, right? Because it's constantly growing and changing, evolving. We can always add more, and we can also change the abilities. And they're going to be supportive. So maybe you're going to say like, hey, I'm a mage, so maybe I need a specific ability that, like, from Runiverse, right? Like, that could give you like that bonus. So, yeah, we can play around with that a lot, and I think in the showcases we're gonna focus on the class-specific ones, and then we can add the other ones to it.
Nice.
Yeah.
And these are the Senshi abilities, right? The base ones that each Kojin will have. That side of the I guess ability system is the Senshi abilities, and then
For
the
this
other
class.
is like more customization.
Yeah, exactly. So if you pick the Senshi as a class, then these 6 are going to be your abilities. And then if you pick, like a hunter or like a shinobi or whatever you pick, like those, there will be like specific abilities. Which next combat showcases will show the next class. So
That's insane.
yeah.
So how many, if you don't mind me asking, like in the entire game, how many abilities are there? Because that might just be a number, right?
If you count for the augmentations, I mean hundreds of abilities, basically.
Yeah. But what's the base? It's like including like what you have planned for the partners and things like that.
Yeah. So we don't have a specific number because we haven't like made the abilities for the Ronin IPs, right? So
right. Yeah.
We make the Moki one absolutely
broken.
broken.
Have to estimate, right?
Yeah. I would say like 100 to 150 probably.
Wow. And then there's like 5 augmentations.
Exactly.
On each one.
Not of the like half of them are not augmentations, right? Only of the 5 classes times 6, right? So that's 30.
Okay.
So 30 abilities will have then also augmentations.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But even so, yeah, that's an extra 300. But it's expansive. We're seeing the Senshi class right now, and like we said, we'll showcase other classes in a different stream. The Senshi class is put across as like the warrior, right? Like the I guess, like
It's a
heavy damage.
Yep.
Yeah, heavy damage, close quarters, preferably, majorly. And then obviously things like bleed as well, and then of course with the augmentations you can have varying abilities. So this is pretty cool to get under the cover and behind the curtains on our first class, combat class type of Senshi. So let me know, bro. If you're in the chat right now, are you going to be a Senshi? Like, what are you focusing on? I've seen some people say they're going to be healers. I've seen one comment saying, can we just sell noodles in Europa? I'm sure there is absolutely every avenue for you to be a passive player too. But for our PvP lovers and the combat lovers,
so ramen.
That
Yeah.
that
He's gonna be
skill
a ramen shop master.
that skill right there, by the way, is I'm liking that one a
Yeah,
lot.
so that's
Is that
number 6. We haven't actually
Yeah, I was
shown
gonna say
that
the
too
sixth
much
one.
yet. Yeah,
Cool.
exactly. Let me
So,
actually look into... Yeah, go ahead, sorry.
How many levels are you guys planning?
60 levels, like your character levels, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah, 60 levels.
60. Is that like the starting point, and then after that, obviously expansion? and
Yeah,
so on,
yeah,
or is
exactly.
It like 60 gonna be the?
We think like the typical grinding is actually good, especially in Web 3, because it gives you kind of like a good measurement of how a person can get rewarded, and also
Yeah.
like participate in certain game loops. So yeah, I think 60 is good, and you know, a lot of MMOs have gone to like you can level so quickly, and I think it's gonna be just a little bit more grindy for Ronin Realms. But
How
obviously,
long are you expecting? Like, what
To
is your
max out?
estimation? Yeah.
you what? Oh, do you mean like the time you have to put in order to get max level?
Well, like when you're designing like the levels, then you all might have an idea of how long you want someone, how many hours you want someone to put into a game to reach that point, right?
Yeah. So if you play like, I would say, and again, take this with like, you know, this is all preliminary,
of course.
right? But if you play like 6 to 8 hours a day, like you'll probably take at least like a month to a month and a half to level to max. Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, I think it needs to be like more grindy. But like the important part is that we do want to make combat and everything so much more fun than just like clicking on something and not having fun, right? Like that's where the immersive part comes in. So I think it's okay to stay dynamic on that too. Like if people or inflexible, like if people say, hey, can you, like, this is too grindy for us, can we reduce it? It's not a problem. We can do that too, right? Like if the majority of the player base feels like that's the route we want to go, then yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you're gonna need obviously feedback and a consensus as well, and then the ability to alter things and you know be fluid with that is obviously important, and you guys will bring that to the table.
Yeah.
It's always a good idea to like. Why I ask is because I wanted to know, what pace you want the players to go at, right? Or like what's an acceptable pace for the game, and then like that also gives you enough room to like start working on the next piece of content that you guys want to release, right? So
yeah.
That makes a lot of sense, and I like it. If you tell me 2 months, I'm gonna try to do it in like 3 weeks. Right? So like, that's what my brain's thinking. Like, okay, let me figure it
min
out.
max it, bro. We'll min max the shit out of the. So like we actually, because I was about to say the experience, right? So I got 2 questions based on like player progression. Of course, in the top left, where your character menu essentially is. I don't know, menu is not the right word, but it's level 1, right? You can see it.
Character frame, yeah.
Yeah, it's level 1 right now. So you're killing enemies. We've seen that XP bar climb up. Is this the direct way to be leveling up your character? Are there other things that contribute towards experience points, or is it solely combat?
Yeah, it's combat and the quests, of course. Through professions, you'll also be able to gain experience. Like if you craft something, you'll get also experience with that. So you can, I think the flexibility is important as a player. So now we're level 2, by the way. We don't have a VFX right now for leveling up, but we just leveled up. I think, something dropped from the sky.
Oh, there's an item?
No,
Way.
it's the enemy.
Shiny?
So yeah, but mostly through combat and quests. That's the pretty traditional route, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I did restart the game in between. That's why we were at 1 again, but we were like I think 3 earlier probably.
We're taking on all those other ones in the AOE charge.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he was like
exactly.
level 4 earlier. But okay, I got one last question regarding this then, and then I'll let Gila go to the next topic.
Okay, you might ask my question anyway. So
Can you max out in this game while being a pacifist?
No.
Damn it! Okay. I just ask you. I'm sure there's someone out there who's like, I don't want to fight. I just want to level.
Well, okay.
Is it possible?
Okay, if you define max out, right? You get your like
Level 60. Level 60.
Oh, yeah.
Can you go to level
But
60 without
that'll be hard.
with
That'll
lifting
be
a
really
finger
hard.
and? Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
through freaking professions, it will take way too long. Yeah, but you can. Yeah, if you don't want to fight, then you can definitely do that.
I'm sure someone will do it.
Yeah, is
It's like a
there
challenge.
I mean, just with that statement being said, like, is there any thoughts from you guys? Because of course we're doing dev updates, and this is a game in development, so you guys have the ability to kind of pivot on certain aspects as of right now. Is there any thoughts that come from your mind after having this conversation where there'd be a separate level? So the combat is specific, like there's a combat level, and then there's like a different form of level for those pacifist players, the people who might not be here to engage in combat. Would you guys consider even like separating those two things, or do we want it to be a unified experience?
Yeah, that's what Hiroba is for, right? Hiroba is for a social gathering. It's for enjoying all these newer games, like all the cozy games, right? Like the coziness comes from that. And I think when we were GDC, Gila, I talked about this like pro-social design, right? Like that's where where that comes in. So yeah, definitely Hiroba. It's like the friendly zone, and there's the outer ring too, and probably like some like underground activities for combat. But yeah, mostly you can like craft your stuff there, hang out, and we talked about the feature of streamers, right? Like live streams inside the Hiroba. So we will present that at some point too. But I mean, that's just like hanging out, watching something together, showing off what you have, what you crafted, your house is, whatever it is.
That's cool. Yeah, man, that's dope. My only other question that I had on the player progression aspects, we have augmentations of skills, right? And when you were clicking on the augmentations and upgrading the skills, there was a currency. I wanted to ask directly what that currency is, and then of course how does a player acquire the currency itself?
Yes, so this is a power rune acquired through rune crafting, the profession of rune crafting. So you have to gather materials in order to craft specific runes that are used for different things. And for the augmentation, ability augmentations, we need power runes. So So here's the currency right.
So there is a loop aspect. Like we saw Lumitera come onto Ronin, and there was this kind of aspect where like different actions within the game, so farming, gathering, and combat, kind of all looped into each other, and like not as rigid is what I'm assuming here with Ronin Realms, but having that sort of relationship between different aspects of the game, kind of contributing towards combat. So you're gathering skills, and then your crafting skills are going to then determine your ability to enhance your combat skills, which I like the idea of for sure, because it means that this isn't a one-dimensional tunnel vision game where it's just fight. You're needing to experience more of the world.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
It's not, bro. Like if you're just gonna fight, you got no runes. I'm gonna go gather some shit, craft it with my boys in Hiroba, and then pop out and have a level 5 blood and make it as bleed,
no runes to beat your ass.
Nah, that's crazy, bro. We need this, Berlin, please. Next stream, we gotta set this shit up. We gotta set this up. You should give us like 20 minutes before the stream starts for us to like build the character.
You need to practice a little bit.
No. Like I'm saying, because you could throw us in there at max level, all access to all runes, or those types of things, or you could set us in there level 1 and give us the ability to kind of develop our character within 20 minutes and then fight. Because hey, that 20 minutes spent, it's like it shows the knowledge basis or the thought process of the player first, and then we get into the battle. But yeah, man, I need to serve Theban up some humble pie, but this might not be his game.
Oh yeah, we'll see about that, huh?
Who do you think? Hey, chat, who do you think? Right, if we battle on the next dev update, who's gonna win, bro? Where are you putting your eggs?
You asking me or the viewers?
I'm asking yourself, Berlin, and then the viewers as well. But we'll see. We'll get a consensus going. I'm setting myself up here, aren't I?
Gila, if anyone bets on you, they just hate themselves.
No, 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 no,
That's not it.
no. Listen, hey, this isn't cards, bro. This isn't like full brain power. This is, octane. You gotta be in there. I mean, Wild Forest. I've watched you play. You're a pay-to-win player, bro.
All right, let's run it. Let's go. Let's jump into Apron right now. Let's go run live and let's go play an Apron.
Oh, but nah, I just had to call you out, bro. Some entertainment factors right here. But listen, yo, we've seen quite a bit of the combat. We've seen the abilities. We understand there's augmentations of that. You can level up the skills and enhance them with a personality aspect. There's also going to be a whole heap of skills that are character customizable, is literally down to your choice. This is the Senshi class, which is very much warrior-like, and there are more classes within the game itself. At this point, we've spoken about player progression as well, but I mean, it's such a big step. I feel like there's so many games in this space, in this industry, that like, if they were to even showcase a short video of this, they would get fucking tons of hype. People would be pumping posts on social media, and not to say that it's being overlooked right now, but as a community built game and such a small team, you guys have done phenomenal work, and I just want to say, congratulations to get to this point. And of course, like, I'm really excited for the journey and the expansion that we've been following closely with these dev updates, man.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, completely agreed. Like, this is just beautiful. Everything you built so far. I mean, I just think that the combat system is going to be so fun, and Gila's just looking forward to getting his ass whooped. So, yeah, brilliant. Tell us more, please.
Just about the combat in general?
No, I mean, like, what's next?
Oh, what's next?
What's next for Ronin Realms? What's next for, like, our next dev update stream? What we can look forward to as well for that one? What are you thinking? Like, are there any leaks that you can give us?
Yeah, so on the next stream, we're gonna celebrate the launch of our Validator node. So it will be a Validator party, basically. And some of you might have seen it on X already. We're giving away a lot of NFTs. I think over $5,000 worth of NFTs from all different kinds of IPs. So if you stake with us, if you delegate your Ron...
Alpha, bro. I'm going to the Ron staking page right now, bro.
If you delegate with us, you are basically obtaining tickets. Those tickets will then be used to enter a raffle to win the specific NFTs. Let me just show you guys right here. There's a little graphic right there.
There's a tamer in there?
Yes, there's a Genesis tamer. So, if you have 5,000 Ron and you stake that with us, you gain one of those tickets.
Ronin Realms is the validator name, by the way. Obviously, it's a bit obvious, but you might be thinking, oh, well, where is it? Ronin Realms. You find
Ronin Realms. Yep. So we appreciate, of course, everyone who delegates. It supports our development. This is literally how we now pay for our burn rate, and this is our give back for you guys for being on our Validator.
Amazing.
That's dope. And just to check it out now, because I'm on the staking page, just under 500,000 Ron staked. Let's see what we can do, man. Let's definitely hit over that 500,000 Ron period. I think another 40,000 Ron collectively across this whole community. I think it's possible. And we should really, bro. This is Ronin. You know what I mean? Like, we should supercharge our community, and in my opinion, a community-based game that's at this caliber, that's working as hard as you guys are, they deserve all of the contributions that you guys can give. So, and of course, here it is. You're going to get rewarded for that potentially, and it makes sense. Go ahead and stash your stake over there on Ronin Realms. If you haven't staked before, then figure it out. I'm so sorry, this is not a dev update to teach you how to stake your Ron.
I see like Moki egg. I see a Moki. I see a Genkai. A Spark suit. I see Ragmons. There's an Axie in there. Does the Axie mean there's like a bunch of floor Axies somewhere in there that is gonna be?
Yeah, if you stake 10 Ron or more, like for each 10 Ron you stake, you get a chance at I would say the lowest tier, but it's still part of it. So yeah.
And this is accumulative. So for example, if I staked 500 Ron, I'd get 1 gold ticket, 5 silver tickets, and 50 bronze tickets.
Correct. Yeah.
Cool.
Yep. Exactly, yeah. And just so you know, like the higher tier items, I would say everything except for the lowest, actually even some of the lowest tier too, but like the silver, gold, and rainbow ticket. And this is big. Everyone listen. We'll have the exact model inside the game. So the NFT you win will actually be completely modeled in game. So you can, when we launch, you can actually go inside of Ronin Realms and be or have that NFT as a companion or go into the skin of that.
Wow,
So, yeah,
that's awesome.
yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, at the moment, 750 delegators to the Ronin Realms. You guys are actually changing the commission rate as well, right? It's coming down to 5%. So these are just little technical things if you want to understand the validator itself a little more. But yeah, man. I mean, join that 750 people that are already there in position. It's pretty decent odds if you stake a decent amount. Where you're talking about tickets and then quantity of people that are entered. Chances there. I'm just giving you some numbers to make it make sense. Make it make sense, bro. But now, congratulations on the validator position. I think it's huge. It's one of the big targets within this ecosystem, in my opinion. One of the best things, for an entity that is operating here 100% is to work towards that validator position. So congratulations on that.
Thank you. Yeah, and like you said, the commission rate will go down. So we're going down to 5%, which will increase your APR, of course. That starts on Sunday, so you
don't wait till then.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Just take the 2 days of 10% as a thank you guys for building such cool things. There you go.
Yeah, so we appreciate it a lot. Yeah.
Wow, I just can't wait for this PvP dev update, bro. Let me battle fever, man. Now I'm itching.
I'm mentally getting ready right now.
That's
for that one.
That's the competitive player right there. I'm turning up to have some fun. live on stream. Oh, you would be finished, mate. You'd be finished.
Bro, you'll lose all the hair on your head before you beat me. Okay.
Okay. Well, you gotta wait till at least I'm 35 for that shit, bro. Come on, that's a long time.
I do wanna.
Yeah, we're good.
I do wanna shout out Guts for Gutsman for working so hard on the combat as well. Sushi obviously on the art side and the art team behind Sushi as well. They've been grinding, but the grinding is a lot of fun. Like, we're enjoying it a lot. So this is not at all a complaint. I just want to say thank you to the team and give them a shout out too.
They've been amazing. I mean, you guys have been absolutely cooking, and like, as long as we have like a MVP, right, that we can play and we can just battle it out, I think the whole community is going to be excited to just jump in, give proper feedback, help out, and like figure what's the best direction for certain small little details. I think that's one of the best things about community built games, is that you can actually leverage your community, right?
Yeah.
So like help you out.
Exactly, yeah. And we will take feedback for sure, and can't wait to actually give it to you guys to play in it. I mean, you guys are going to be first in line to just have some prototype to walk in.
We already had some people in the chat were like, I want to be a playtester, how to be playtester, when playtest, so people they're excited for it too.
Brennan, you gotta make us the main event for the Validator launch party. All right, you gotta let me and Gila get in there and just smack each other in the head,
Yeah, I don't want to promise anything, but I mean, that's the plan,
Okay, all right, let's go.
Yeah.
I'm excited now.
Oh yeah. I guess we're gonna start closing it up here. We've been here for just under an hour, but we're coming towards the hour mark. I just want to say thank you guys for tuning in and checking in the dev update for Ronin Realms again. I believe this is our 5th one, right? Our fourth or fifth, one of the two.
Yep.
One of the two. But the process, the journey so far has been incredible, as well as a host, and being able to be on this journey too, to see you guys develop is awesome. I want to ask you, Berlin, though, can you put your favorite outfit into this Kojin right here and show us your combo, what you think? I'm like, if I'm ready to fuck someone up, this is the combo I'm going for right here, and we'll see how quick you can take someone out. I know it's level based in terms of damage and stuff like that, but like, put together your favorite even if it's just a visual aspect, skill combo, and give us one last showcase before we close up the stream.
All right, let's do it. I'm actually gonna jump again into the game because sometimes when I tap out, like the frame rate goes down. So just gonna make sure we're good on that. Give me 1 second.
Cool. Yeah, man, you guys are getting behind the curtain, man. You see the dev happening.
Listen, it's just like World of Warcraft. World of Warcraft had the same problem. You tap out, you come back. You know? So it's like same thing. I feel right at home here.
So, so what I like to do is on the like more AOE abilities. For instance, I mean, this is probably my favorite one, just because on the way you're already like causing these explosions. So I think that's like my favorite part about it. Like when you have,
you can max it out and be just be crazy with a combo.
Yeah. So like if I go to just this guy, you know, like you have a single explosion, and I do love the whirlwind too. But if I like, let's say I pick this guy up there. Oh, sorry, 1 second. It's like, you know, when you're trying to show something, it's like, there you go.
It's like, oh, no, we know what to do now.
You see, like,
so you go through someone.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So,
and that's why the spatial awareness is important and kind of fun too, right? Like if I go here and this guy dies too, and then they all die, because it's like a
double kill.
Yeah,
let's go.
Exactly, and I mean I do like this effect a lot too, this ability, and we actually just added the icon is not updated for this one, but it's this one here, where you can
that one's dope.
You just gain some range, you know, like sometimes you feel a little bit too much locked into melee, and besides the gap closer of charge, it's nice to have a little bit like.
You could charge like out of combat too, and then use that as like a recovery.
Yeah, we're thinking actually that this AoE ability is not target focused, like that you have to be locked into a target, but mostly that you select an area where you want to charge to. I think that's or the direction you're facing without even having to like do anything. So like you just press the button and whatever you're facing in that moment, you're just charging towards.
Okay. That's cool. Yeah, bro, that charge ability is fucking awesome.
Yeah,
it's cool.
And like when you have a lot of enemies, it's so fun to use whirlwind as well. It's just like it connects, you know, with the damage. And it's like clack, 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 clack.
Yeah. That's dope. Right. Yeah, the charge attack is a personal favorite for me. I'm loving the way that looks, and yeah, it's gonna be obviously it's the combat opener. Oh, this is an opportunity right here.
This is right here.
Ooh.
Let's see if we can like pull them all in. Get some time.
You have to engage them all first, and
that hit everybody.
Yeah, look, zombie horde.
Oh, this is what I want. This is exactly what I want.
Let's go.
Delicious.
Yeah.
And they give me some life steal on those skills too, so I'm full health.
Yeah, so one ability we're going to implement that we're not showing today is a Bloodlust ability, which is not the Bloodlust in World of Warcraft, but you basically, we want to incentivize people to play and to like go further. So you kill an enemy and you unlock the ability for 20 seconds. That is a Bloodlust, so on the next enemy you're already basically drawing the blood from them and healing for like 20% of your health. So you like are incentivized to heal up by engaging into the next fight, and then you can like always, you know.
Yeah, the strats. Yeah, I'm excited, bro. I'm like just piecing all this together. You know, this is just a showcase of the combat, but when we get into the realms of having dungeons and even potentially boss battles and stuff like that, and then of course the mecha, which for a lot of players will be the PvP. So exciting times, man.
Yeah, this is super cool. Love it. Thank you so much, Berlin, for showcasing all this for us and the team. This is just, it's just such a pleasure every month, just being able to do this. I feel like every stream, just getting more bullish and looking forward to our first opportunity to be able to play this.
Yeah, I mean, the last thing we could do here, leave people off with some information, if this is their first time hearing about it, and then even just refreshing memories of those who have been following alongside us. But roadmap basis, kind of where you guys are at right now, and then, what does the rest of the year look like, and what can they be setting up and looking forward to?
Yeah, we'll keep focusing on combat right now. I think that's our most important build that we're doing right now. We obviously are world building, right? The world builders in our team, the artists, they're in a kind of like a silo. They're working to make something magical. And on the development side, we're focusing on combat. So the entire time, we're hoping to show another class by. I mean, I don't want to like promise any dates, but like within like the next 2 or 3 dev streams, would be nice to show that. And yeah, from the Senshi side, we're probably gonna go back to developing that right now. Like right after this, for the next few weeks, we have more and more to do, and since we're like in that right now so heavily, we kind of want to like complete it. Not necessarily like do a stream about it, but then we're gonna focus on the next class, which we will then show to you guys. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, there you have it. Listen, thank you guys for tuning into this dev stream. It's been a fucking cool one. I love combat, and seeing some of these skills, yeah, just makes me even more excited. If you've tuned in and you guys are feeling what I'm feeling, where this is the community game people need to start understanding and getting to know, then go ahead and share this stream itself. You can repost it on X if you're watching here on X. And even leave your feedback, leave your comments. What did you think of the combat today? You know, any sort of feedback can help the team develop a more well-rounded game towards you guys, the players, our community. So, you know, don't shy away from leaving your thoughts to each and every one of these dev updates. They really do, you know, they matter. It's a huge contribution. So, but yeah, thank you guys. Thank you, Theban, for fucking calling me out for a PvP again. You know, it feels like every stream I just get bullied by you, but you know, I love you. So it's okay. It's okay. But yeah, I mean, anything to sign off from your end, brother?
Yeah, I mean, I just want to say, guys, if you like what you're seeing, Gil already said it. Just go, you know, make a tweet out to Ronin Realms, or come onto the Discord. You can talk to the team over there as well. They're very friendly and always looking forward to engaging with the community. And if you really would like to help them out, go and stake your RON to their validator.
Absolutely.
Okay, that's gonna be huge. You know, every bit counts. And for the Ronin validator party, I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. Yeah,
Yep.
and especially if you want to see Gila get his ass kicked.
Yeah, don't pull up to that party without a little bit of a stake. Even if it's 10 rum, bro, you gonna get a ticket. You never know, bro.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
look
Gila,
for
don't pull up to the
smile.
party without some lube.
That's disgusting. Anyway, listen. Berlin, thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
This has been a dev update for Ronin Realms. You guys got to see some combat. Exciting times, lads and ladies. It really is. Yeah, just another reminder, bro. The validator is up there, and go get your tickets, man. Oh, have you guys shared that graphic on X?
We will. Yep.
Okay,
We will
so
share that.
incoming tweet, keep the post notifications on, and when you see it, guys, go ahead and support that as well, man. It really means a lot. So, but thank you for turning up, thank you for tuning in, and I hope you guys are as excited as we are for each dev update. We'll see you at the validator party next time, and I'm not bringing lube because that's fucking rancid. Anyway, let's go. Thank you, guys.
All right.
You enjoy the rest of your weeks.
See you guys.
A weekend.
Thank you.
Either way.